Hey everybody, it's Jana Bresenden here again to share my story in raw, vulnerable, and sometimes embarrassingly real ways so that you will know that you are not alone. I can't believe it's already been 45 missions since I started sharing my story with you, and today I wanted to talk about something that just seems to be totally in my face right now. I'm not exactly sure why, but in the last 2 days, I've gotten two semi-disturbing messages from people that I don't even really know that well. Hey, Bruce, good to see you. So, so it's kind of gotten me thinking about how can I approach this situation, and I want to tell you guys there's an amazing resource. It's a class on Ho'oponopono that's being taught by my sister Gina Nalawai right now. I don't think we have open enrollment right now, but I'll try to put a link on it in my Facebook profile and again over on the blog so that if you guys get a chance, you can take a look at it. Hey, Chi, good to see you. But anyways, I've been learning a lot in this class on Ho'oponopono, which is a process and a strategy that you can use to look at the life that you're living, how things are happening to you, and what you can really do about it. So basically what happened was today I got a message from a former coworker who I don't even really know that well. And he basically said, he hated me, he was leaving the company, he hoped that I, wrapped my car around a pole and got, it was just like total crazy hate text. And I have never felt anything bad towards this person. And I really don't even know this person very well. So it was really shocking to read. And of course, I thought about replying to it. I was trying to figure out why would this person say something like that to me, something so hateful and malicious. And I couldn't come up with any appropriate responses. But then I went back to this class on Ho'oponopono that my sister's been teaching. And I do realize that I have a few tools now to deal with these negative situations when they come up. And I want to share them with you. So, first of all, when you find yourself in a really challenging situation, in Ho'oponopono, we learn to look at it and instead of just reject it outright or even try to shame the other person or make them wrong, we use it as an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, what is this supposed to be teaching me? Because in my other videos, you know that I'm really learning a lot about how to connect with the oneness that is in all of us, right? If we're all created by God, if we're all connected to God, we all share this common space in our spirit where truth lives, where who you really are can connect with another person. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. So kind of using that as a background, you can look in your own life and think, okay, what is this supposed to be teaching me? I know that I have had difficulties in the past in relationships where people might think I was mad at them or people might think that I was being critical or judgmental, and I didn't mean to. Sometimes people would even ask me, are you mad at me? And in reality, I wasn't even thinking about them. It's just I have a certain look on my face that can be off-putting to someone maybe. I think sometimes people call it resting bitch face or something else, but I don't even know that I'm doing it. So if I look at this little hate mail or text and think, what can I learn from this? I think, well, I can always use this as an opportunity to be more intentionally loving, more intentionally kind, really connect with that space that accepts everyone and has compassion for everyone. And, that's something that I started with. The second thing that I learned in this Ho'oponopono masterclass was that we have the ability to speak from our higher selves to someone else's higher self. So in reality, I don't need to respond to every person that hurts me, especially when I don't know them very well, and especially when they're like attacking me via text. But what I can do is reach out with that part of my higher self and speak to them in their higher selves and say, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I didn't know that it was happening. thank you for letting me know, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to look at how I'm showing up in the world, that I'm going to concentrate on being more loving and being more kind. And I know that you're hurting. You would have never sent anything like that to me if you weren't hurting yourself. And with whatever love and forgiveness and kindness I can muster, I'm going to send that to you right now. So I didn't even know that I had the ability to do that until I took this master class with my sister. And I feel like it's such a beautiful tool that all of us have. That person doesn't even need to be present. That person doesn't even need to hear it. But with that soul and spirit connection that we have and we can access, we can send out that love, that aloha, that spirit, and connect with that part of them that maybe they haven't even activated yet. So that was something else that I did. Hey, Travis and Judy, good to see you. I'm actually talking about some of the things I learned from a Ho'oponopono masterclass that my sister's been teaching online over these last few weeks. And I'm going to put a link to it in my blog and also on this post after it's done, okay? So, yeah, so the first thing is I look in the mirror and see, what could this be telling me about myself? The second thing is I use that opportunity to speak to their higher spirit with my higher spirit. And then the final thing that I do, and this is really huge, if you don't learn anything else, I want you to know that I have used this tool effectively in so many situations in the last year since I learned how to do this. But in Gina's energetic work, she teaches that when we have a pain or when we have a trauma or any kind of difficulty in our life, that can show up as a stone, something that makes us feel heavy, something that just really weighs us down. When in reality, we are like a bowl of light, perfectly formed, perfectly connected to God or to Source, and able to just shine out, truth and light and love from the time we were born. It's just how we were made. But then, life comes along, or even history comes along, and these stones come in our bowls, right? These things that hurt us, and they crowd out the light. And we feel so heavy, and we forget who we really are. But what we can do is, let's say, this hate text came to me today. If I keep looking at that, if I keep remembering how badly it hurt me, if I keep focusing on how wrong it was and how, it's hurting me and I don't deserve to be treated that way and it's completely unjust, and if I just keep stewing and stewing and stewing about it, what I'm doing is keeping that stone in my bowl and keeping an energetic connection to the person who sent it to me. So now they have influence and power over my life and my day. And they might not even think anything more about it. They sent off their hate mail and they just went on with their day. They're not even thinking about me anymore. But here I am carrying this burden, carrying this pain. And we're attached by a cord of energy. So what I do when I recognize that I have a stone that's in my bowl, something that's hurting me, something that's bothering me, what I do is I pick it up and I look at it. Like I said, oh, that's interesting. This painful thing happened to me. And I remove it from my bowl. And not only that, I literally in my mind picture my hands going through and cutting that energetic cord. Almost like double lightsabers coming along, so that now there's a tail attached to him and a tail attached to the stone. And all I do is imagine that little tail of light wrapping around the person and saying, I wish you the best. I wish you love. I hope you find what you're looking for, because you're not going to be connected to me anymore. And I just send them off with as much grace and as much gratitude and as much love as I can. And then I take the little tail, and put it in the stone and leave it alone so that I can sit back and appreciate my light. And that's a choice that I have, and that's a tool that I have because of these teachings of Ho'oponopono. So I just want to share that with you today. Hi, Menashe and Kelly, good to see you. You guys know how much I love those hearts, right? I hope you do. So anyways, I hope that you're able to use this tool when you come across somebody who's wounded you or haters or these messages. You don't have to carry that around with you anymore. You don't have to let it weigh you down and burden you. All you have to do is cut the cord and send them off. with love and light to whatever else they are going to do in the day so that you can focus on the beautiful things that you have to bring to this world today. So, you know, I'm always here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday sharing my story. And if you have a story that you'd love to share with me, you know I want to hear from you either in private message or over on my blog at janabressenden.com. You can send me an email at hello@janabressenden. And if you've ever had a hater or a situation that you just don't know what to do with, please feel free to leave me a note in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can just keep shining and keeping our light bright and alive instead of letting the negativity of others push us down. We'll see you next time. So Sarah, I've been loving all of your videos. Thank you so much for sharing them. Even though we just met that one time, I feel like you're totally a kindred spirit. And I don't know if you're coming to HPA in March, but I would love to have you if you need a place to stay. We'll see you guys. Bye for now.